Hey, and welcome back, everybody. My name is Coltrane Lionheart. I'm from the Kingdom of the Rising Winds, the Duchy of Ebonmarch, and today we're going to go over how to build a spell list. So this is going to be a little bit of an overview of Spellbook 2, which is the latest app for Android, so we can create spell lists. So on this app down here, you can see we have view, edit, and help, and that plus sign, home, all spells, and support. At the very top left, you will see there are a few spell lists I've already created. And we're just going to go over a quick overview of how to create a spell list. So the first thing we're going to do is hit that plus sign over on the right. And we can name it whatever we want. Let me see here. I'm just going to name it H1 just real quick. From here, under that, for class, we can pick whatever class we want. Pick healer. And you can pick whatever level you're at. So per level depends on how many magic points you have to put in. I'm going to keep it at 6. And always have looked apart. And from there, I'm going to go ahead and hit save. And that's going to give us our spell list. You can see that down here. And then from there, we're going to go ahead and hit edit. So in this edit, you can see all of the different levels and how many points you have in them. And by clicking on that, on each bar, you're going to pull up all the spells that are available in there. I prefer to go ahead and open up all of them. It's going to give us access to all of them at once. Makes it easier for us to view. I'll go ahead and put that over to the bottom right here. So what I like to do when I make a spell list, I like to go ahead and start with the essentials. So I'm going to click cancel. You always need to bring a cancel. As a healer, always going to bring a heal. Me personally, I will always bring a short sword. And then from there, I like to start at the very bottom, level 6, and kind of pick out what I want. An important thing to think about when creating a spell list is, what do I want to do, first of all? Do I want to focus more on healing, enchantments? What line will I be fighting on? Will I be fighting the front line, mid line, back line? And then I also want to think about what kind of game it is, right? Is it a bridge battle, capture a flag? Is it more about wasting people's time? Or is it more about how many lives people have, right? If it's a game where we have a very limited amount of lives, maybe I want to take more reses. If I have a game where it's very fast paced and I need a lot of stuff per level, maybe I want to think about it that way. So let's see here. I'm just going to make a quick little healer list. Always take a couple persistence. I'm going to take priest, phoenix tears. A lot of stuff I like to take in general. Always take pretty much at least 1 amulet, 2 swifts. As you can see, this app is very helpful, very handy. You can really scroll through and add stuff pretty quickly. Always take at least 1 res. Always take an extension. I like to bring a shield along. And need at least 2 releases. And always bring a blessing against wounds. So then from there, I kind of pick out, all right, what do I want to do today, right? So I'm going to go ahead and bring a Pro Mage, a Mass Healing, because I'm thinking, how about a game where I need to be closer to the front line? So I'm going to need some Mass Healing, get some heals off quick. I'm going to need at least 1 Dispel. I am going to almost always take an Entangle. Adaptive Blessing has been changed recently, So those are, I believe, per life. I'm going to take a couple of those. Always like a summon dead if I have a res. I'm going to take one ice ball. And normally take about one mend also. Almost never use circle protection. Depending on the type of field you might want, a lot more pro projectile, pro mag, stuff like that. A lot of time people will take a Bance also if you're going to be taking all the other spell balls. But for this situation, I think I'm going to be in the front line, and I want to give out a lot of pro magic protections. So that's especially why it's so important for me to take that persistent. I want to give out a couple of enlightened souls. I'm not going to take Ambulance, I'm not going to take Teleport, Greater Heal. I'll take a couple of those, and you can see here, I'm out of points. So from there, I can hit this add button in the very top right if I like, and that's going to switch it over to remove. So if there's any type of spells that I think I want to remove, I can go ahead and hit that. I'm just going to keep it there for right now. And I am going to go over to the bottom left here, home, and that's going to give us our list. So if I would like to view that list, I go ahead and hit view. And one helpful thing about this app is that it already goes in and puts in like how many you get per life, how many charges, unlimited for spell balls, stuff like that. So it makes it real easy for you to go ahead and write out your spell list. Like I've said before, I like to keep that what's that thing, that quarterback kind of list on my wrist. So I always write that down on a on those little note cards and slip them into there. But yeah, it lets you at a quick glance kind of look over this, review. It also at the very top, you can show the type and school of it is, and you can even put in show incantation for it. So I personally think that keeps it all a little cluttered, but another super important thing is I always forget what color spell strips. It'll even show you what color spell strips you should bring. So I mean, as a healer, for the most part, you're bringing white strips. You're only really bringing those yellows out for mass healing. But yeah, show you what schools. This has been a little more important lately because of adaptive blessing with Scout. So that's been pretty important to really pay attention what school and type of magic you're putting out there. But yeah, so it's just a quick overview of how to create a spell list. I'm going to go into a larger series on like actually making a bunch of spell lists. Hopefully I'm going to sit down and actually make a bunch of different spell lists for all types of classes and kind of go over my idea and views of why I bring certain spells and why I leave other ones out. Like I said, this is just a quick list right here. It's probably not going to be the most effective thing ever, but that's the great thing about this app is that you can go in, you can make a list. If you can try it out, if you don't like it, we can go back to, if we don't like it, we can go back to edit and hit that add there, and we can remove whatever we want. But yeah, it's a great app, and it lets you keep everything all together, and it's the most updated for the most updated version of Amtgard that we are on. So once again, my name is Coltrane Lionheart. If you like this video, go ahead and hit a like, and hopefully I'll have a good series of this coming up. If you have any questions or anything, go ahead and shoot that in the comments, or you can find me on Facebook. Alright, as always, swords up, lay on.